minutes for the purpose of asking questions. Chief Manger, once again, thanks a lot for being here. I think we've had some good dialogue. I was hoping to use a little bit more of our time today to be looking forward about how we take the Capitol Police Force into the years in front of us and depoliticize the force. I have questions on that, but I want to just take a moment to set the record straight on a handful of comments that came up earlier, in particular regarding Speaker McCarthy's decision to publicly release some video clips from January 6th. There's only one video clip that was on the U.S. Capitol Police's sensitive list, and it was cleared beforehand. Is that correct?
I believe so.
And I believe it was after it was pointed out that some of the same footage was previously released during the impeachment hearing by House Democrats. And according to the U.S. Capitol Police's own declaration of federal court, I can pull it out, page 5, footnote 2, quote, there was a series of clips from Capitol Police cameras that were shown during the second impeachment trial of President Donald J. Trump in February of 2023. None of those approximately 15 clips, some from the sensitive list, were shown to the Capitol Police beforehand. The impeachment managers simply requested the clips and they were provided, end quote. Meaning that Democrats in the House took the clips, provided them, and did not have them be reviewed prior to release by Capitol Police. I'd also like to correct the record on a claim made that Speaker McCarthy and Acting House Sergeant at Arms Bill McFarland are politicizing Capitol security. Specifically, there's a mention of the fencing around the Capitol ahead of the State of the Union. I'd like to submit for the record questions for the record from Mr. McFarland at his recent hearing in front of this committee. Without objection, so ordered. And in response to the minority questions, he said he did not support the fence because the Secret Service and Capitol Police did not have any specific or credible threats to the Capitol campus ahead of the State of the Union, and asked for alternatives consistent with dozens of previous State of the Union addresses. I think this stands in sharp contrast to requests from former chief ahead of the January 6, 2021, where actionable intelligence existed, yet his request for assistance was rejected under the previous majority. I'll park that. I'll just come to kind of one question. I think it gets in maybe a little bit into the fence around the Capitol, but in particular, as we look at the structure of the Capitol Police Board, you report to the Capitol Police Board. The Capitol Police Board is made up of 3 individuals, the architect of the Capitol, which is now in a point of transition. We have an acting architect of the Capitol, the House Sergeant at Arms, the Senate Sergeant at Arms, both of whom are new to their position since the January 6th incident. Do you think that's the best structure? Do you think we should consider a review of the Capitol Police Board? I know one of the challenges we may face is there's lots of oversight entities over you in the Capitol Police. That's in some ways good. In some ways that's challenging because many of the oversight entities have lots of views. Do you have any thoughts as to what the most productive form of the Capitol Police Board might be?
I do, but I will tell you that I will say this, that since I've been the chief here, and I heard all the horror stories about how dysfunctional it can be. The board.
Congress or the Capitol Police Board?
The Capitol Police Board.
Okay, because Congress can also be dysfunctional. Continue on, sir.
I'm speaking about the Capitol Police Board, but I will tell you that I have not generally experienced the kind of dysfunction that previous chiefs, some of whom are friends of mine, who gave me an earful before I took this job about what I could expect. But we've talked about, it was mentioned earlier about the politicization of security and that sort of thing. Look, all I ask is that I don't want to have to be, squeezed by partisan political issues. And if the board can buffer the police chief, to allow the police chief to run the police department in the best interest of the members of Congress and our mission, that's what I'm asking for. And typically that's what this police board, this Capitol Police Board has been very good about that. But there's still times when I'm getting squeezed.
Thank you very much. And let me just reiterate how appreciative we are of all of the men and women who serve in the Capitol Police Department for the service that they provide protecting this institution, as well as police officers across the country during Capitol Police Week. I'll now recognize Mr. D'Esposito for 5 minutes for the purpose of asking questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, sir, for being here today, and thank you for all your work in not only keeping